Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. It is really cold outside and I've got deer outside my window here that are just trying to scratch out a living in my yard here. They're having a pretty tough time of it here, and I'm indoors where it's warm and thinking about bear hunting. I know a lot of people that follow my YouTube channel are really serious bear hunters. Thank you for being a part of this, and I just got a few things I've been thinking about the last few weeks as I've been thinking about bear hunting that I wanted to share with you, so I'm going to do a series of short videos here. And the first one is about the honey burn, and this is something I've thought about for years and I've just never talked about it because so many people really like to do a honey burn, and it's sort of a tradition with a lot of people in their bear hunting and so forth. But I really think a honey burn is probably not helping you, and in fact may be hurting you. And I'm going to give you 5 reasons why I think that we should take the honey burn and send it the way of the dinosaur and the phone booth. It should be extinct. Your mileage may vary, I understand. If you disagree with me, that's fine. Just be civil, leave a comment below and tell me why you think I'm wrong or I'm right or whatever. So let's talk about these 5 reasons. First of all, it's a bunch of extra stuff you got to haul around. Okay, you got to have a stove of some sort, even if it's a small burner stove or something like that. You got to have a can, and you got to have the honey or the bacon or the caramel or whatever you're going to burn, whatever mixture you're going to use. So that's reason number 1. It's just a lot of extra stuff and effort. And number 2, your time has value, and honey burns take time. And number 3 is you're gonna sit there at that bait while this whole thing happens when you could be doing other things, and you're leaving more scent there. It's just so much better to be as efficient as possible. Get in, do your job, and get out. And the honey burn takes that away from things because you're sitting there for 20-30 minutes or whatever while you're doing this. There's so many more efficient tools that we have for this nowadays. We've got sprays that it's easy to just pull a can, a sprayer off your four-wheeler, out of your truck, or hike it in with your whatever. Spray the branches and the leaves around. It's a lot more weatherproof than most kinds of baits and scents. And we've got these scents now that you can mix with fryer oil. To use fryer oil, I use the Gold Rush. It's fantastic. I start all my baits with it. It's very simple, much more durable scent than anything that you're boiling into the air. So keep your scent to a minimum. Get in there, get out, and do your job while you're in there, and move on to the next one. So number 4, you got a small danger of starting a fire. You're putting a little stove out there. You got dry pine needles. You got dry leaves or whatever, and in addition to all these other things, you do run the risk of starting a fire. And number 5 is kind of a big one. I really think that it's very questionable how effective a honey burn actually is, because you're putting quite a bit of scent in the air, and I'm sure it's good scent that attracts bears, but it's disappearing quickly. It's dissipating in the wind. There's nothing actually at the bait site to draw them to the bait site. Like if you're spraying some leaves or something like that, you're actually drawing them to the bait site. So it's kind of questionable whether a honey burn actually has much value. And let's face it, 40-50 years ago, before we had all these sprays, and even 20-some years ago when I started, a honey burn it was what you had for putting scent into the air, but the stuff we got nowadays just is so much more efficient and so much more effective. So if you really like a honey burn and you think it's fun, then that's up to you if you want to keep doing it. But frankly, I don't think it's helping you much, and in fact it might be hurting you. And I think we should send the honey burn back to the 1980s where it belonged. So thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe if you're not already. Hit that like button. It really does help me produce these videos. It means a lot to me. So you don't have to agree with me, as I said, but think about what I said and just kind of add it to your own personal experience, and hopefully it'll make you a better bear hunter. And we'll talk to you next week.